Hi, I'm CK at CK Education with today's advice for life. Now, some students, high school students, want to go to military academy. They want to they want to go to West Point or the Air Force Academy or the Naval Academy here in Annapolis, or whatever it is. And I've had students go to West Point. I've had students go to the Naval Academy and gotten in and so forth. But understand, and you probably already know if you're interested in pursuing that path, it's a little bit different, right? You have to get recommendations from either a state representative or senator or congressman or someone like that. And so there's that's not something you have to do for any other school. So you have to get a recommendation. You also have to be very physically fit. You have to pass not just the academic rigors and the requirements, and you have to be superb in that. You have to be physically fit. You have to pass a physical exam. And so there are some different requirements for going to a military academy in the United States than going to some other schools. So if you're interested in that, my advice is start early. Start early and know what all the requirements are, because there's going to be things that you have to do that other students don't have to do, and you're going to have to do that before other students have to do them. Or you got to just do things earlier, and other students may not have to do that at all. So whether it's getting recommendations, whether it's prepping yourself physically and passing certain tests, and on, or going to some camps, they have some programs where you can go and advance people who are interested in doing that, and you're chosen to go to some of these camps. Those are advantageous sometimes. So there's more involved in going to a military academy in the United States than going to a non-military, just a public or even a private university. So just make sure that you start early. Early means like, 10th grade, beginning of 10th grade or something. Make sure you understand, make sure you read all the requirements, make sure you know what you need before you get into it, so that you're not falling behind, that you have all your ducks in a row, that you got your recommendation requests in, that you've been working out and everything else, And so that's what you got to do. Now, it's extremely difficult to get into these academies, okay? Sometimes it's more difficult to get into, for example, the United States Naval Academy. Just as difficult to get into that as some Ivy League schools. I mean, their acceptance rates sometimes are very, very low. Some years they're in single digits, 6-7%. So it's difficult to get in, as it should be. But if that's your thing, if that's where you want to go and you have a passion for it and serving the country, I think that's wonderful. But just know that there are other additional requirements, and you want to get an early start and make sure you're not in your junior year thinking, what do I got to do now to get in? And you got to start earlier than that, okay? So look into these things. That's my advice on that. I'm CK at CK Education. Thanks for watching, and until my next video, I hope you stay well.